right. Thanks so much for staying with us. And so, Pat, the old squash borer.
Oh, squash borer. Oh, yeah.
So how does this, where does it come from again? We're always hearing that. And what can we do to prevent it?
Well, it emerges from the soil. If you change your location of your vegetable garden every so often and also treat it in the fall with, organic insecticide, the granules on the market that are organic, and also with maybe a chemical one if you want to do in late fall, it'll prevent the eggs from actually from overwintering, turning into the insect. And they emerge in different stages. They get into a moth. They fly around and they look at the squash or the zucchini plant or the pumpkins, and then they lay their eggs in there. And the borer goes into the stem and bores in there, and it just stops the water and it starts wilting from the tips all the way back.
Right.
And you have to prevent it from the soil first, and then also dust your plants about every 14 days.
Mm-hmm.
You can use our Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew, which is a spinosad insecticide.
Mm-hmm.
So before the insect goes in and bores its hole into the stem, he ingests some of that spinosad, stops their eating, and they check out.
Right.
Or you can use diatomaceous earth, which actually you can dust your plants with that. And they run across that, and they kind of scratch up their outside skeleton, and then they just dry up.
Right. And that's what we recommend to do, actually, both.
Both? Okay.
Back and forth. Diatomaceous earth all over the ground.
Over the ground.
Uh-huh.
So when they
right
up
against.
So it's organic.
Mm-hmm.
So when they emerge, they basically get all cut up, and they don't emerge to the next stage.
Exactly. And then we also say go ahead and use the Captain Jack's dust also.
Okay.
Do 10 days, 12 days, 14 days after, and then about every week, or some people are like, that's an awful lot, but every time it rains.
Okay, yeah.
A little bit more Captain Jack's down, because you got to make sure that it's covering the soil.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell them bring it right up to the plant and then dust the plant too.
Yeah.
It's a lot,
right.
But organically, that's about the only way we have to control them.
You're right. I mean,
it's a crazy insect.
It is. I mean, and that's, you got to be persistent about it. It's talking about persistent about fungicide. It's persistent about that particular pest. And we have ideal conditions in northern Ohio here to really
we really do. And so many people, they work so hard.
To see their plant, and they go out, and all of a sudden, about middle of end of June, middle of July, they start seeing, what's wrong with my plant? It's wilting from the tips back.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it cuts
Bang.
off, and they're gone within a period of about a week or two.
Right. And so many people think it's a fungus.
Oh, they do.
They think it's a fungus. I'll be like, okay, bring me your plant, and I'll just show you right where that little guy bored right out of there.
Exactly.
It's just
and it goes
amazing.
around, and he flies around again, and they bore out, and they fly around, they mate, and the egg stops, and it goes in the soil again, and they do the cycle all over again.
All over again.
So this is, by stopping the cycle, you're going to stop the problem happening. It's not be 100%, but if you're diligent enough, you're going to get it 85, 90%.
Right.
And but it's you got to be persistent.
Exactly, it really is. It's a tough one to control. Yep. So Pat, tell us about some other new things.
Well, yeah, we got a couple new things. We talked about spinosad a little bit. And now this is insecticidal super soap. Is insecticidal soap, which actually coats the insect and dissolves it. It doesn't last too long. Once you spray the insect and he dissolves the coat with the soap, it pretty much is in the insect, but doesn't have any residual.
Right.
We added spinosad to that.
Oh, so the active ingredient in Captain Jack's is now in here.
It's a super soap. So you spray it on your plants. It has a residual of 3 weeks. So on there, so they're chewing on a leaf. The ones you missed or come out of the egg or come out of the larvae, and you missed them with a insecticidal soap. They chew on a leaf to get old Captain Jack's in their system, and then they quit eating, and that's the end of them.
Oh.
So you have a residual.
So a contact kill plus a residual.
Exactly. That's why we call it super.
It is super. We're excited. I think that this might be
organic gardening.
Exactly.
Around the label, all the insects are on the label. Vegetables, certainly ornamentals. There's herbs on here as well. It's designed for outdoor use. It's not designed for indoor use.
Not designed for indoor use, right?
It is the label. We got to follow the label, and that label
exactly
outdoor use,
right.
Because spinosad is a great, but it doesn't have an indoor label.
Right.
On a insecticidal soap does, but this does not.
Right.
On it. So that's, I think, will be a good addition to your organic category.
Yes, right.
Also, we have a chipmunk, squirrel, and rodent repellent that is natural.
Okay.
Yeah, this is, if you remember last year, you probably brought in Rat Magic.
Yep.
On that.
Yes, we
did. It was
did.
a very natural product. We had it in a scent bag. You can attach it to the bottom of a feeder, and it keeps the squirrels out of the feeder because they don't like the smell. Same ingredients. You got, cedar oil, castor oil, clove oil, peppermint oil. They're all natural oils in here that smell, and they have a residual of about 2-3 weeks on them.
Wonderful.
And
hose end,
easy to attach. Sprayed around the house for chipmunks issues. Squirrels underneath the bird feeder, you can spray it on there.
Right.
On that, so it keeps away the critters from those areas, and easy to apply. Today's consumer, a lot of them don't want to mix. They want to ready to use or ready to spray.
Or ready to spray, one or the other.
We've seen a little bump in the ready to spray business in the last 2 years. We started for a couple of years there was just kind of flat, but now we're seeing people say, "I don't want to buy a sprayer. I don't want to mess with the gloves or the measuring cup." Exactly.
Right. And this is calibrated to pull the right amount of product out for them. You hook the hose on,
so it gives you a good distribution with the hose end, and I think it will be a natural. Chipmunks are an issue. They're multiplying faster than we can.
It is crazy. I swear daily, and even my organic people, that a lot of them are, in touch with nature. They don't.
Correct. Wildlife, yeah. They're
like, the chipmunks are taking over my landscape. They're taking over my garden. I can't do this.
Tell them to get a good outdoor cat.
That's what I tell them. I'm like, you can't believe a cat just.
A cat will keep things at bay.
Oh, man, they really do. Yes, they really do.
And then, they don't, keep them at bay. But you're right. This will be a good deterrent for those critters.
Right, exactly. That'll be wonderful. I have one customer that's going to be very excited about this product.
Right,
Linda is going to love this one.
Linda will love it.
Linda will love it.
And then also, as an extension of our liquid copper we talked about earlier, ready to use in a concentrate, we have a hose end now. It'll come in a hose end.
That'll be nice.
In a pint and a quart. Yeah. So the consumer can attach it. Certainly, what's nice about this, early in the spring, you control peach leaf curl. You have to spray on a dormant stage. Peach leaf curl before they leaf out totally. So you got to spray usually end of March, early April before they start leafing out. And the way you control it with copper. And so how do you get up to that tree? You get your sprayer out there and spray. You can attach this to the hose, spray that tree dormant, kill the spores for the peach leaf curl, and then you won't have that issue on peaches.
Right.
And that's about the only way you're going to really control that disease as a dormant spray. So this will be a natural, easy. You got a lot of area. You got, flower gardens have issues with Japanese beetle, with disease, powdery mildew and things like that. Or
people's peonies always, they do a big patch.
Rose bed, a big, large rose bed with Japanese beetles or, things like that for black spot. This would give you a nice control and without mixing and economical.
Exactly. Right. Wonderful. So there's one other product that you had mentioned this morning when you got here.
What?
The Repelzol. This is, now we've all had Repelzol. Everybody knows, and we recommend it all the time. It is a great product. And it comes in the ready-to-use spray, comes in the concentrate. But,
ready to spray, too, attached to your hose.
Exactly.
And it comes in a granular.
It comes in a granular. Oh, we love it. We shaker size, big bag size. Yep. We sell it all. But this product is going to be great. We have a lot of customers that has arthritis that can't do a pump-up sprayer maybe because of shoulder issues or their hands because of arthritis. They can't use that ready to spray or that ready to use. So this is a different container. Same product, but a different container.
Different container. We come out with, we recognize that. And the idea, we have a battery-operated sprayer. It has 3 different spray heads locations on the nozzle. So you have a stream, you have a mist, and you have a moderate spray. As it come a trip AA batteries, 4 of them in here. Recharge it. I mean, it's very easy to replace it. So we're not talking a fancy battery that you have to buy it online or whatever. But so this is just very easy to replace.
Regular AA batteries.
This will be, it's ready to use. You can add your concentrate and use it as your dedicated sprayer
for Repelzol.
and it's going to give you years of service. So you're going to go out there and you spray around, and you don't have to worry about your hand getting tired, squeezing that pump all the time.
Exactly, because this is a product that you need to reapply because these animals are resilient.
Yeah, and we talk about satisfaction guaranteed. If it rains real heavy, like a downpour 2-3 inches, you're going to reapply this product.
Definitely.
If it missed, in half an inch or whatever, and it's not going to you're going to have some residual. I always say, they say it lasts up to 2 months. You're going to get effective control for 1 month.
Right.
On a normal weather pattern. And if it rains hard, maybe 2 weeks.
Sometimes we get those monsoon flood rains. Yeah.
And the idea here, it has a good, it has putrefied eggs, it has cloves, garlic oil in it, and it has vinegar, and it has a wintergreen material. It has taste, smell, and feel. And they say, well, how does the animal feel? Well, if you have a burrowing insect and it's irritating their whiskers, like going in and out of groundhogs in and out of the hole, it irritates them. They don't want to go back in there, so they'll find a new home to go to, or for a new area they want to go. The idea here is that this will adhere to the leaf of the plant and go into the plant. That's why it stays for up to 2 months. It not just washes off. Once it's on there and dries,
it does.
They will taste it again. They'll come back to taste it once. It didn't taste it. They'll go back. They'll taste it again. Well, it tastes the same because it's in the leaf. Its taste is in the leaf.
It's a porous material. The leaf is porous, so it absorbs it in.
And it has this, garlic and cloves.
And the oils, they really absorb in, right?
So what happens here is, you give a longer residual on this product than some other ones because of those reasons, and that gives you a longer residual on it.
Wonderful.
And so, and they come back and they're going to taste. That's one of the benefits of Repel's All, is why it's been so popular over the last 10 years. I could tell you, in sales histories of in the last 2 or 3 years, it is the fastest growing category, the repellent caterigory.
Repellent category is huge.
You got to be diligent. And like
Definitely.
we talked about diligent about fungicides. You can be diligent about this because the critters will, they'll take away your efforts.
Right. Well, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys, you're going to hear about and see all of these products in our store in the springtime, because we will be ordering them this fall at the show, and have all of these products in the store next spring. We want to thank all of you so much for being with us today. Remember, Stark County Fair is going to be starting on the 28th. So next Saturday, we'll be telling you about things that are going on at the Stark County Fair and things that you want to make sure that you do not miss. Again, we want to thank Pat for being here with us. The show went so fast today. We had so much to talk about. And
thank you for your support there out there.
Thank you so much. Cindy. Thank you. And thank you all so much for listening. And you all have a blessed week. Thanks again.